Hey, what's up everyone? It's your boy Altered Tech, back again with a new video. In today's video, I have 10 tips for the OnePlus 17. Alright, so let's get to it real quick. Number one, the speakers. As you guys know, we have a bottom firing speaker and an earpiece right up on top here. So let's say you guys just want the sound to just come out from the top speakers, or maybe you just want it to fire down from the bottom speakers. You can actually control the volume between the left and the right speakers. All you have to do is go down to the settings menu, scroll all the way down, tap into system, tap into the accessibility options and scroll all the way down, and you will see the audio and on-screen text options. So we have mono audio and we have audio balance. So if you were to slide this all the way down to the left like so, all the volume is going to be up on top, and if you were to slide it all the way down to the right, the volume would shift all the way down to the bottom firing speakers. So this has been very useful for me when it comes to watching movies or just playing music. Sometimes I would just rather prefer having sound come out from the top firing speakers. And if you guys are planning on just using the top firing speakers, let's say you're watching a movie, I would suggest that you activate the mono audio. That way it combines both channels when playing the audio. Now, tip number two, when it comes to taking portraits, I highly recommend that you guys use the primary lens. And to switch to the primary lens, go ahead and tap on this icon over here with the two people. And once you do that, it shifts to the main camera lens. And with this lens, photos are going to come out a lot more sharper, and it looks a lot better than using the telephoto lens. And if you guys didn't know, if you wanted to access the entire menu, all you gotta do is swipe from the bottom up like so. Just find that little arrow key, swipe up, and you have access to all your primary functions. Now, tip number three, people have been asking me, how do you activate Zen Mode? Well, Zen Mode is basically a feature that just shuts down your phone. It locks you out, so you could just go ahead and focus on more important things. Maybe we have a cell phone addiction. Maybe I'm just playing Call of Duty way too much and I need to go ahead and study. So basically what you gotta do is go down and pull down the menu from up on top and pull it down again, swipe to your right, and here you have Zen Mode. Go ahead and tap on it. It's going to open up Zen Mode, and you could adjust how long you want to activate Zen Mode for. 20 minutes, 60 minutes, 40 minutes, it's up to you. So I'm not going to do that right now. So once you have your timer set, tap on let's go, and it's going to kick into Zen Mode. Now with Zen Mode, you can make phone calls, you just can't go ahead and use the phone as you normally would. Now tip number four, this is a big tip. I mean, most phones nowadays have a battery saving mode. Now the best way for you guys to save battery life on the OnePlus 17, or the most drastic thing you could probably do, is switch to 90 Hz. So to go down to 90 Hz, I want you guys to go into the display options, and right over here, screen refresh rate. Now you can go ahead and switch back to 90 Hz. And like I've said in my videos and my Twitter post, I was able to get about 9 hours of screen on time using 60 Hz as I normally would. And when it came to gaming, I got about 7 hours of screen on time. Normally when it comes to me gaming, I could probably get about 5 hours or maybe less than 5 hours of screen on time. So this was a big improvement. Now tip number five, when it comes to the camera lens, well, you can actually record using your telephoto lens, your wide angle lens, and your standard lens. So to actually access those extra cameras, you're going to have to record at 1080p. So go ahead, switch to 1080p, and here you could record with any of those three lenses, which is pretty cool. Now for tip number six, this phone actually comes with Android 10. With Android 10, we have an awesome new gesture features. So let's go ahead and open that up real quick. In the settings menu, tap on buttons and gestures, and tap on navigation bar and gestures. And here you can use the new Android 10 gestures. Just tap on the navigation gestures. And if you guys want to revert back to the buttons, tap back, home, and recents. And that's going to bring up those buttons up on the bottom. But let's talk about these navigation gestures because I am a big fan of them. So let's say you guys want to go back to your home page, start on the bottom, swipe up. So let's say you guys want to open up a recent app, just go ahead, swipe up, hold it, and bam, you have all your recent apps. Or let's say you guys want to go back. So let's say you open up an app, you want to go back, swipe from the corner, and bam. Now you can swipe from either side to go back. The choice is up to you, but I find this to be very convenient. I was a big fan of the navigation buttons, but I just fell in love with these navigation gestures. If you guys keep using it, it's going to come naturally to you, and you're actually going to prefer using this. Okay, so tip number seven, let's go down to the settings menu once again and go down to the ambient settings. I want you guys to go up, tap on the display, and scroll down to the ambient display. Now for this one, you have a couple options. You can actually pick up your phone, and once you pick up your phone, it's going to show you your recent maybe notifications, or you can actually go ahead and tap on the screen to activate the display. like this. Now another cool feature is the contextual info, and this is going to show you some information about what song is playing, maybe on Spotify, maybe on Pandora, and it'll actually give you some information as well as the weather up, down, on the bottom. You could also enable a display message. For me, I have Altered Tech. And you can also enable notifications on the ambient display. So let's say you get a text message or whatnot, it's going to show up in the ambient display. So let's go ahead. Okay, for tip number 8, let's go ahead and talk about the home settings, because there is a ton of cool features on this home settings menu. Number 1, swipe down to access the quick settings. So let's say you're at the home menu, you want to pull down the quick settings, but your thumb just can't reach. Go ahead, swipe down, and it brings down the menu like so. Pretty cool, especially if you have average sized thumbs. And you do have the ability to activate the shelf, the OnePlus shelf. Now what is the shelf? So let's swipe to the left, and here you have the shelf. Now number 1, you have the ability to just take some quick notes. Just tap on this and you can type in your note and it's going to save it. Number 2, you do have your toolbox with all your essential apps like your calculator. Maybe you want to take a quick selfie, you want to have a timer, things like that. And my most favorite one is the parking location. Now this is going to store the location of where you parked your car. It's actually going to be able to navigate you back to your car. It's actually going to give you the option to take a photo so you can remember where exactly you parked. So it's pretty cool and it works very well. Last time I used this, I was at the American Dream Mall in New Jersey. And as you guys can see, the accuracy on this, it was pretty damn good. So kudos to OnePlus on this. And the great thing about it is that you don't have to go ahead and search in your phone to open up the setting. All you gotta do is swipe and you're right there. So it's pretty cool stuff. You also have your dashboard. It tells you how much data you used, how much storage you have available, your battery percentage. You have your wallet to store your membership cards. Let's say you have a Sam's Club membership card or maybe a Costco membership card, things like that. Now, my final favorite feature on the home settings menu is the double tap to lock. So let's say you're using this one-handed and you want to turn off your phone, just go ahead and double tap it and it turns off the screen. Now for number 9, huge shout out to Mike from Simply Your Device. He actually showed me this on his video. He was able to customize his device by changing the color accents. Let me just go ahead and show you guys. You can see these are actually red. You could change the colors of those just by going down over here to the accent color menu, and you could change it to any color you want. You could choose anything from the entire color wheel. So it is pretty cool, especially if you love customizing your device. I just fell in love with the red color. I think it looks pretty futuristic. Now you could actually change your phone into dark mode as well. And if you guys want to do that, go ahead, tap on tone and tap on dark, and you do have two other options. You do have the colorful mode and you do have the light mode. So as for me, I'm going to stick to the dark mode, and so far it's been working pretty damn good. And it said that with AMOLED devices, you do conserve some battery life when you're using dark themes. So if you guys want to get even more creative, you could go ahead and change the shape of your icons from round, square, teardrop to a rectangle. And you can also change your icon pack. So you could go ahead and download some more icons from the Google Play Store, which is pretty cool. Or you could choose from some of these, standard OnePlus icons. And finally, you could also change the fonts. Number 1, you do have the option of changing from the Roboto font or the OnePlus Slate font. Now, as for the OnePlus Slate font, it does seem to be a little bit more spaced out. It might be easier on the eyes when it comes to reading, but I'll just stick to the Roboto just for the sake of it. And if you guys are not happy with this clock, just go ahead and change your clock style. If you want it from a minimalistic standpoint, you can do like so. Or if you just want to turn it off, you can do that as well. If you want the default clock, go ahead and do so. And finally, you could also change the fingerprint animation. Just go ahead and tap on it like so. So you have the option from choosing the ripple effect, the stripe effect, and the Cosmo effect, which I recall from the OnePlus 6T. So the choice is yours. I'm just going to go ahead and stick with the ripple effect, which I believe was the default animation. So I'll leave it like that. And my final and most favorite tip on this device, go ahead and open up the buttons and gestures settings like so, and tap on quick gestures. Now, number 1, you do have double tap to wake. So when the screen is off, just double tap it twice and it turns on. Now you do have music control as well. So draw 2 lines with your fingers like so to play or pause your music. And you can also draw a left arrow to go back to the previous track, or you could go ahead and draw a right arrow to fast forward to the next track. Now my most favorite gesture of all time, it has to be drawing a V to turn on the flashlight. Now you could customize this to your own liking. You could choose the O to turn on your flashlight, draw an S, draw an M, and there are other things you could do as well. You could open up the camera, open up the front camera, record a video. Maybe you guys want that world star video. You just go ahead, tap on record a video, or you want to just launch an application real quick. So let's say you're just sitting down and your lights turn off in your house. So you just grab your phone. All you gotta do is take your phone and draw a V, and bam, your light just turns on. I mean, it's super effortless. Now I used to be a huge Motorola fan, and with those devices all you had to do was chop and the light would turn on. But this one is just so much easier and quicker than having to just flick your wrist like this. And I've had no issues with this whatsoever, and it's been very reliable. So anyways, people, this is Altered Tech with his 10 most favorite tips on his OnePlus 7T. Now if you guys like this video, please hit the thumbs up button, and please subscribe if you guys want to see some more awesome OnePlus videos. If you guys have any questions or comments or any recommended videos, please hit me up as well down in the comments section below. This is Altered Tech with the OnePlus 7T. I hope you guys have a great and wonderful day. Peace.